Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and our home team. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller, call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Watson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll toss it to Miller. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 40 now on second down. Watson under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. To throw is Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 20. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler, gets past one man. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25. And 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
He's checking.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Oh, you got deep? 41's the mic. 41's the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers able to get this to Gordon. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Jones on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now it's Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. We're scoreless after 1. Third and long, it's Watson. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Red! White, 89!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers, and that'll be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Hey, Alpha. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Record.
To throw again. Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They keep it with Miller on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Watson. That's Stills bringing it in. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And that pickup will be good for a first down. Give him 10 yards exactly on the quick slant. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 2nd and goal, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Melvin Ingram. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Silver. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the fight. Switch.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
380.
On 2nd and very short, Rivers. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
4 down. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. All right. Hey, 79. Hey,
from the gun, Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Alpha. 41 Hey, Echo. Check 41. Yeah. You don't want none. Mike 41. Watch room. Here we go. 41 Mike. Not today, you are.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The intended receiver there, Allen, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
41's coming. 41's the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, Delta. You're trash. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike.
Throwing again. Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler.
They don't want it, fellas.
So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? This one taken just inside the 10.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 2nd up in Seattle, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Gordon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Load it. That's going to be a long day. Mike 41. Here we go. Hey, seam 6.
Rivers now. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Watch out.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on second down. Watson, it's complete to Fuller. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. From the 22, Watson, and the catch made by Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rivers got his man. It's Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Nothing in that first half. Nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check 41. I'm coming out. 12.
Rivers hands off to Eckler. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
41 Mike. Hey, Foxtrot. Hey,
From the gun, Rivers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, Delta!
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. Wild Bill. Hey. High 7. Cut. 41's the Mike.
Operating from the gun. Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to 4th-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt.
SOS. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta! Hey, Zoo! Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
From the gun, Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He's got Fuller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And now it's 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 39.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the red zone now, Watson flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Carlos Hyde. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 55, Mike.
To throw, Rivers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Go.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. That's complete. It's Gordon. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, LA. Melvin Gordon, his 1st touchdown of the new season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down.
We're set. 19, 58, come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Now Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it second down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Watson. He's going to let it fly. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Rivers now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
50 set. 19. 58. Come on. Watch the run. Watch the run.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, but it's going to be second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field. 41's the mic. 41's the mic.
Now Rivers. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown.
Let's go.
And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is